bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Bring 'em Out with your hosts, Joel Richardson and Alan Hill.
Hey everybody, we're here at the Sunnybrook Ballroom inside the Speakeasy for another episode of Bring 'em Out. I'm Alan Hill, here with Soul Joel himself, Joel Richardson. Today, we have a very special guest, Ronan Mayock, one of our awesome people that works around here, and a budding young stand-up and a funny son of a gun.
Can I ask a quick question before we get started?
I don't like how this has started.
I love it already.
What the hell am I doing here?
Well, many would ask that, okay? But let's just take down the fourth wall, okay? You might not be familiar with Ronan. If you come to events, obviously you are. But if you just watch the show, Ronan has seen every episode easy 10 times because he's the one that's making the clips behind the scenes. But this is also not his first rodeo with me. He came during an internship and one summer went back to school.
Back at ROFO was the internship,
Back to
correct?
ROFO.
Yeah. Back in 2021, I was a bored college kid looking for something to do.
Well, I think that was a little degrading towards me.
I was bored, and I was like, oh, gotta
nothing
do
better to
something with
do.
my time. Let me spend the time in the sand and under a tent.
Yeah, middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
Got a couple of jokes out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But then he went to Flappers Comedy Club, moved to Burbank.
For a semester, I interned there.
Oh, I didn't know this. Okay.
Yeah. I interned there for 3 months.
Wait, where's Flappers in Burbank?
It's
Burbank, California.
Okay, that's the only Burbank I've ever heard of.
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Isn't that where all the game shows are?
Just gonna take a sip.
Isn't like Price is Right filmed in Burbank?
Probably. No, yeah, I basically did a lot of the same stuff I'm doing now, where I was, helping run events, helping do some of the smaller shows because they have 3 comedy rooms at Flappers.
Okay.
And I was helping out with the second room, the middle-sized room that fit like 50 people.
Okay, what were the other 2 sizes?
The other 2 one of them was like a bar one where it fit probably like, I don't know, 30 people tops, and the other one I think could fit like 300. I don't know.
They
People
call
who know
the Pay Me No Mind room.
But I was also making clips for them too, like uploading YouTube videos and making clips. So when I finished school, I moved back home with my parents, and I reached out to Joel and got a position that basically did everything that was already in my wheelhouse. So.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
And my life coach, my sister, who I live in her basement, she goes, well, I got 2 things to say. He's already worked for you. You already know what he's like. He knows what you're like. Let's see what round 2 looks like.
Yeah, man. Yep, absolutely.
The rest is history.
I love it. That's
So,
awesome.
That's why you're sitting at this couch.
I just mean like you've had 2 right here, and now and now you have Ronan
King of
Mayock.
Philadelphia.
Now you have Ronan Mayock. Like,
Yeah. Well, our guests have slightly dropped.
Actually, so awesome. And in fact, Ronan's made a great case. Let's call it a wrap.
no. We'll edit this in post.
Nice. He does watch.
Yeah. Nicely done.
Oh, I love it. No, it's awesome to have you here, man. For real.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Well, I love how, because comics, when they always go on stage, they always do a little riffing.
Mm-hmm.
And he addresses the elephant in the room right away when he goes and hosts the show. He goes, oh, my goodness, what's going on? The guy that checked you in is on stage.
Yeah. That's great, man.
that sometimes it gets a good laugh, sometimes it gets an applause, and I don't want an applause from that. No, because I followed that up with what doesn't he do?
Or why did we pay for this?
Yeah, the guy who checked our tickets is doing stand-up. Like, they just pull anybody off the goddamn streets of Pottstown to go on stage.
Yeah. Joel's running a place that needs to be grant funded by the government and a Make-A-Wish Foundation. Alan, your thoughts?
That's a good way to get stage time at Sunnybrook.
We do what we can.
Oh, man. Oh, that's great.
Your thoughts?
Way to throw it right back at me, man.
I love it.
Well, first of all, let's start with those 2 comparisons. For people out there that don't know, how would you compare West Coast comedy and East Coast comedy?
That's a good
Because you've
question.
had a firsthand at both. And sometimes it's hard to tell because some people that are here do live there and vice versa. They're there, but they might have lived here first.
Yeah.
And you got like the Wayans brothers. Like, I mean, you could also talk about that.
That
Like,
was wild.
So
That
I,
was so crazy.
While you're collecting your thoughts, I walk in with Joey Gay and Mike Boschetti, who was on Artie Lang's podcast at the time, and we went to LA, did a bunch of shows, and I tried to walk in dick first. And I go, hey, I got Mike Boschetti from Last Kind of season 1 and 3. He's on Artie Lang's show. They're like, the Wayans brothers are on right now, so we're all set. I go, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Tell Marlon I said hello.
Dismissed.
Okay.
Woo.
Okay.
So yeah.
I've collected my thoughts a little bit. So the question was, what's the difference between East Coast comedy and West Coast comedy? One similarity is that the open micers are all the same. Wherever you go. No, it was a shame really because they had the big room handled. So I didn't get to see a lot of like the typical like headliners that you would see, other than the Wayans brothers, because they run in Flappers. They run a comedy contest called the Uncle Clyde's Comedy Contest. And that I helped, run the, sound and lighting comics and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then after everybody goes, then the hosts will do time, while they, punch the numbers on who moves on to the next round. And little did any of us know that the Wayans brothers were like, hey, we're here. Put us on. There was like a random drop in.
Get out. They
During
entered
the
the contest?
Like
You guys don't need to win. You're doing okay.
Funny, man.
Yeah, they actually entered the contest. No, they did both of them did like fucking 10 minutes. Can I curse on this?
Oh, only 10?
Yeah. Well,
I heard they do 10 after you give them the light.
Wait, which Wayans brothers was it?
Normally it's Marlon.
It's Marlon and Sean?
Sean,
Okay.
that run together.
That's
Yeah,
I thought they were the
the-
ones that did it
yeah,
together.
yeah.
Okay,
The-
Damon's the one famous for running the light.
Yeah.
The-
Is it only him?
Maybe the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Yeah.
The entire family tree.
it was both of the white chicks ones.
Yeah,
hilarious.
totally, man. Nice.
But like it was so funny because all the comics that were on in the contest basically were like, oh, fuck the contest. Like they came out from the green room and all just like started watching them perform.
That's so cool.
And the
They started to not care about the contest.
yeah, exactly. They were
Yeah.
just like,
Let's
"Oh,
go check out the headliners,
Yeah,
man. Yeah,
exactly.
Heck yeah.
And again, this is the middle-sized room. This is 50-person room.
Wow.
There was a sold out show going on in the main room. These are two, A-list comedians that just wanted to perform in front of a small crowd, and it was super, super cool to see.
So awesome. That kind of thing, that tells you so. That's somebody that two guys that love comedy, because nobody that doesn't love comedy goes up and does something like that. That's
No.
so cool, man.
No, they just wanted to drop in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just having some
Yeah.
fun with the boys. That's so cool.
So who ended up winning, or like did they just?
It's they pick like out of like 10 people. It's like I didn't know. I didn't know the people who
Like
won.
2 to advance, or
But
whatever.
yeah, it's 2 advance, and then the third place person gets a big bowl of French fries.
Hilarious.
Yeah, solid. Man.
And it's one time this like older woman, like entered the contest,
Continue.
and and she came in third place.
My wheelhouse.
Joel's interested.
You're not scaring me away. I'm never gonna tell you to say less.
She comes in third place and wins the fries.
She's a comic.
She was a comic. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. She was
Hey,
a comic.
What's up, lady? You want to go halves on the bowl of fries?
Well, she brought her whole retirement home to come vote for her. and
Or as I like to call community service.
And she's like, "Oh, sweetie, I'm not gonna eat these fries. You want them?" And so I got the fries, baby.
Oh, nice.
It was like a
consolation prize.
Yes. But yeah.
It's awesome.
Wild, dude. Wild.
Did you ever see any, like, did anybody come through there because I assume you were working with like the mid-range people in the 50-seater room.
Yeah.
Did you ever see anybody come through there that was on the rise that is like a bigger name now?
Because you were there from when? From last
It was
a year ago, September to December.
Yeah. I don't know if enough time has passed, but
Yeah.
like there were some people who are like I just watching them, you're like, oh, they have it.
They're coming.
They have it. There's this one guy, his name is Ray Lau.
Ray Lau.
Who I wouldn't be surprised if he starts like making waves in the next couple of years. His stand up is like boom, 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 boom.
L-A-U?
Raylau. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm checking him out tonight.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And he gave me advice. He was like, are you writing stand up every day? And I was like, no, but I probably should. It's probably important. And he was like, no, it's imperative. So
Ray
like
Lau.
that's the kind of guy he is. Like he writes every single day, and
I was already
Love
on.
it.
I was already on like what your retort should be. I'm kind of like every other day right now. should I? Do you think I should step it up?
dude, I
What am I doing wrong?
I barely write something new once a week. Like I'm not. I was when he said that, I was like, ugh. I'm slacking. I'm doing
Times
something
7.
wrong.
That's heavy. That's the Mark Norman School of comedy right there.
Yeah.
But
That's how you write, a million hours of comedy, like Norman and List and guys like that.
Yeah, volume, and they're putting out a new special a year
Joe List has 3 specials in the last 3.5 years.
during a pandemic. By the way,
Right. I saw him.
wonder where he was getting up.
Dude, we've talked about the August 1st show, right?
Yeah.
In 2020. That was Joe List.
Yeah,
I saw him on that stage holding notes and fumbling through a set. And Joe always overstates his flaws. So he knew what he was doing. But he went up basically saying, I haven't been writing much during the pandemic. 2023, 3 specials have come out since.
Yeah.
That's just insane. That blows my
Insane.
mind. It's got to be an incredible motivating factor when you meet people like that, like a Lau.
Yeah.
I hope he's still getting booked on shows because he was so sick. I guess if you didn't realize then that I was at Flappers for a little bit, then you probably didn't know either that like part of the internship to get me more hours, they had me. They threw me in one of the like the stand-up classes, like the beginner stand-up classes.
No way.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
And so that helped me sort of develop like my first 5 minutes.
I had no idea. Okay.
And because I had done a little bit of comedy here and there before. Like I did 2 open mics at Soul Joel's
At Rofo.
Which were the 2 first times I had ever done stand-up before.
Right on.
But I also did like there was a comedy show that I was on at my school that I went to, Ithaca College.
Okay.
And so that at least sort of gave me the groundwork.
And
of
you went
like,
up and did stand-up? Like
I didn't do
stand-up?
stand-up. It was just a comedy. It was like a Trevor Noah meets
like they brought a show in and you
SNL.
went and it inspired you.
I was
sorry.
I was a one of the cast members and one of the writers of that show.
Cool.
It was sick. It
That's
was
awesome.
so sick. And then I became one of the producers when I was a senior. But
And you went to film school.
Yeah, film school.
So you've always been around the business.
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah. I've always been interested in like the entertainment industry as a whole, and like I didn't know exactly where I wanted to get into when I was 18 and applying to colleges, but like I'm super happy with where I've ended up right now, and but the the class. Yeah.
Don't worry, we lose our train of thought as well.
Yeah. We usually wind our way
We
back.
ping pong. Sometimes not.
Sometimes not.
Yeah.
But
Back to you.
but also I just a couple months before I had come out as gay.
Oh, like in college.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. 'Cause it was actually my graduation. I put on like the they had like the rainbow
And then,
cord.
Get out of town,
after this,
dude.
we'll talk about your going away party from Soul Joel's.
Yes.
Sponsored by the Saint.
Oh
Joey
God.
St.
Oh, I know
John.
nothing about this and can't wait to
but
hear
No,
about it.
you have heard about it. It's a part of my my set.
Which is how I found out you're gay.
Yes.
And not just a little gay.
Yeah. Like, I'll give our intern a lap dance. You're like, listen, honey, you're barking up the wrong tree.
All right, let's put a pin in this. Let's put a pin in this.
Back to the class.
Sorry. So, all right. So
that joke is one of my closes. I feel like we can end the episode with that.
I love it, dude.
Sorry.
We're getting ahead of ourselves, guys.
We'll edit this in post and put that in the end. Anyway.
Our timeline on this pod runs like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, of course. No, but because like it was just so I at graduation I put on the rainbow cords.
That's how you came out.
I walked. And then my parents were like, "What are the cords?" And I was like, "Yeah, I went through all of them because I had a lot. I was kind of a beast."
Academically.
Well, not even academically. Like I was just like I just did like everything at school.
Yeah.
I was I don't want to. I was well known at Ithaca, for all the wrong reasons. But yeah, I and they were like, let's do give me a chord tour. Because that's what they call it. Like, what's each chord for? And I was like, yeah. I ended with the rainbow one. I was like, rainbow one, because I'm gay. And then I freaked out for like 30 minutes after. But it went super well. It went super
Wait, you
super
freaked
well.
out or they freaked out?
I freaked out.
Oh, okay.
Because not only did I just experience something that is like crazy, which is graduating from college.
Yes.
But also, I just came out to my parents, which was like very emotional.
Did you
all of a
propose
sudden.
to somebody right then too, and maybe make a major life change? I mean,
yeah,
geez, wow.
I actually started having gay sex right on the floor of the gymnasium. No,
So it's a typical graduation
Ronan,
ceremony.
tell us more about this.
no. But yeah, I graduated in May, and then so when I say I walked during graduation,
Right.
but I didn't fully graduate.
I know
I
what you
then did the semester at Burbank, did a class, and I'd never written any jokes about being gay before. But
And now you got a solid 10.
Gay for the Aunt Mary Pat shows, it's 15. Like I was
You're in a safe place.
I was doing 15 minutes of gay comedy before a man in women's clothes
With
got
5
up
o'clock
there.
shadow.
And they were like, this is what we came for.
Oh, I love it, man.
But what was so jarring is like stand up is so personal. Like it's not anything like improv or sketch where like you can like be somebody who you're not. Like everything that you're saying is like an argument. Like I believe this, or like this is what this is. And I was like, I don't have good opinions on things. Not that I'm like racist, but because I'm
that was
not.
an interesting example.
That was the other chord.
And this one, I don't see color, but it just happens to be.
There's a chord with a little hood on the bottom.
No, but I just I didn't think any of my opinions were worth like putting pen to paper and like sharing. And I was even though I came out to my parents and all my friends knew, it wasn't like I wasn't super like open about it, like
And going up on stage and announcing it to a room full of strangers every night, potentially, it was a little daunting, perhaps.
Actually makes it a lot easier.
That's cool.
Because otherwise you're gonna have to do the, hey guys, I have to tell you something really important.
Yeah.
It's something I've been thinking about a lot, and I don't know how to say it, but I'm gay. I don't want to do that every single fucking time I meet somebody. It's so obnoxious. It's so much more fun to go on stage and just be like, yeah, so I was sucking dick yesterday. And let me tell you, wasn't good. No, I don't
Wasn't good.
Well. So if I could break the fourth wall.
Yeah, go ahead.
So last night, he's been helping me out on Tuesday nights, check in people for line dancing.
Oh, sure.
Lady that comes always in for line dancing. She was buying tickets for New Year's Eve, right? And she had told me that the weekend before, last week, she brought her son to dueling pianos, and he was like admiring the organ and talking to his mom. And Rona goes, "Hello." The guy goes, "Hi," and I go, Good for you, Ronan. If you don't throw it out there, how are they gonna know?
I did do that.
It was so subtle. I don't think anyone else noticed, but I did. And I go, but I don't know if he noticed. But I was like, your thoughts?
I wasn't even like interested, but like I could tell.
No, but
but I wanted to.
Why go on a dating app when it's standing right in front of you?
Yeah, I wanted to gauge the room. How are we feeling? Hello. Hi. Guess I'm okay.
Checking the octave.
No,
all right.
I saw Joel was helping. I didn't know if you needed extra help.
That's awesome.
It was such a cold response too. I was like, "Fuck you, dude!" Like, guess I'll go fuck myself.
Well,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
talking about graduation. Sorry.
Yeah.
Much happier time.
No, but then so the stand-up class.
Oh, right. Which I think we should do here, honestly.
That's a great idea, dude.
Yeah, at some point down the line, that would be sick.
Yeah.
But I go in and I forget what the prompt was, but it wasn't like come in with jokes. It was come in with experiences, and then we can turn them into jokes.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I had missed the second class because I went to a nightclub and my phone got pickpocketed.
Oh,
I got pickpocketed, and my phone has my credit card, my driver's license, my and so I go in the next week and I'm like, hey, sorry, I missed that week. I got pickpocketed while I was making out with a guy. And they were like, tell me more. And then I turned that into a bit then, and then
awesome.
from then on, because everybody was like, oh, we did not expect that from you, Ronan, and they were like,
another person pickpocketed you, right? Not
yeah. Oh well, yeah. So the
good job.
Another person, a random person pickpocketed me while I was at a gay club. I was making out with a random guy. But the joke is funnier if it's that guy who pickpocketed me. Yes. And so that's the
story on
the stage. He didn't give me his number, but he does have my wallet.
My punchline is literally like,
oh, yeah.
I mean, like, you have my phone, call me. Like,
there you go.
Nice. So was that the first bit then?
Because your phone is your wallet.
Yeah.
So he stole everything.
Yeah, he stole everything.
Stole his whole life.
My God, sorry.
Yeah.
I just realized the joke, because I've seen it before.
Right on.
Which is what terrifies me about doing that.
Like
making out with guys at gay clubs?
When you're 43, you've never been married, and live in the basement of your sister's house and don't have any kids, people start to talk. But then when one of your best friends in your entire life that you do a podcast with, you just can't squash these rumors. Now, Ronan, back to you.
Back to the class.
You're saying that's why you're scared to put all of your belongings in the back of your phone.
I misplaced my phone. I misplaced my wallet twice in a week now. Can't imagine the anxiety I would feel with all of that at once.
And all my friends were
crazy,
all my friends were like trying to leave, and I didn't know. I thought it was somewhere still in the place too. And so and the one girl we were with, she was like, Ronan, we're leaving, and I was like, without me. Because I was like, oh my God, like, if they somehow left, how do I get home?
Right.
How do I do anything?
Yeah.
I can't call I don't know what my friend's phone number is.
Oh,
I can't Uber.
Right.
Because I don't have the Uber.
Right.
You can't do anything.
You don't even have a quarter for a payphone.
Yeah.
I have shit to my name.
Dude, but all that stuff you forget about,
Man,
dude.
and then it's gone in a flash.
Oh, I'll just use Apple Pay. It's on my phone.
Yeah. Right.
No,
dude.
So I
Tough spot.
I turned that into, that was one of the first like gay bits that I wrote. And then basically my first 5 minutes that I ever wrote, like I would say like 4 out of the 5 minutes were about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I sort of just kept expanding upon it. I moved back here.
Mm-hmm.
I finished the class, by the way. I'll go back to that. The whole ending of the class led up to like a showcase, like a student showcase.
Neat.
On like a Sunday. And that showcase was on like the main stage.
Ooh, the big room.
Yeah,
cool.
And it was electric.
And everybody did 5 or what? Okay,
everybody did 5. And I could feel that the crowd was feeling me.
That's awesome.
And it was like it was the first time like doing a show not at a mic, like an open mic. Like basically my first booked show that
and a real crowd, not a mic crowd.
And I from then on I was like I could maybe do this. Like I could maybe do this. And then I moved back here. You hired me not even to do stand up, but to to just be an event manager, be a social media person. And then I think you probably saw me at some point, or you put me on the Zach Amico show.
Yes.
And then you
which
saw
people
me.
thought was one big April Fool's.
Oh my God! Because it was on April Fool's Day.
Oh,
So there's
right.
people. A lot of people,
That's
despite that day, but also that day, people just come out because it's a comedy show, not doing any research, being like, Zach is wild.
Well, dude, yeah. You
Right,
you want to look into Zach.
Yeah, but
I love Zach.
but it went host,
Mm-hmm.
like just I don't want to say regular, but regular dude.
Yeah, regular dude.
Yeah.
Regular.
Not just
Not
a
to make you
regular
feel
dude.
weird or anything.
No. I'm not just a regular dude. I'm a gay regular dude.
Damn.
I am.
That was the next next person.
And
you're gay.
I went. No. It was
No.
it was 4 people.
Right.
There was the host.
That's what I mean.
It was then me, who's like a gay guy who looks like he could be straight,
Right.
followed by a guy who looks like he drives 18-wheelers for his career, who also is gay.
Dude, that guy makes me look like a prancing queen.
Yeah.
like for real. Like he looked like the manliest man of all men.
He looked like if Larry the Cable Guy fucked Duck's Dynasty.
Ding, ding, ding.
We have a winner.
But that confused. So people were like, "No way, not this guy too."
Yes.
Like people were like, I was like, "That's on me," because I added Ronan to the show, not realizing who Zach was bringing.
Well, so
And I don't check their sexuality or their profile.
Dude, and who cares? Like there's usually 3 straight guys on every show. Who cares if there's 2 gay guys on one show?
But
How much dick could this show handle?
here's what was so funny about that show too. Here's what's so funny about that show.
I just had to look over there to see how we're doing.
Solid.
What was so funny about that show was I went up, did my what 10 minutes, and like I think everybody probably believed that I was gay.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then
had no problem believing.
And then I went down, and then the next guy.
Sorry, buddy. Keep going.
Oh, how much time do we have left?
Your words, not Alan's.
And then the next guy goes up and he starts getting like heckled because 2 women in the audience were like, anytime when he mentioned he was gay, were like, no,
Totally, dude. I remember that.
no,
Well,
no
people-
way. And what was so funny was I was like, so you believed it when I was up there, but you don't believe him? Like, I get it, but like,
Well, I think you're both not
awesome.
believable for different reasons. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When you both go up there, you're like, "Oh, I don't see it. I see it." Now you're like, "I don't see it, but I see it." Like with both.
Well,
of
it
them.
never even. I don't even. Whatever. Like I don't give a crap one way or the other. It doesn't matter to me at all. It never entered my mind about Ronan one way or the other. And then he goes up and does his set, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, but so this is interesting. Now then Zach goes up and Zach hosts with Ian Finance.
Bye, guys.
Right. So now to tell the breakdown another 4th wall, he tells me right before, he goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, I just did Ian's and Zach's show," and I was like, "Oh, bye guys." I go, "Uh-oh." That was my first inkling that there might be too many gay guys on the show.
Gotcha.
Like this, not too many, but like to see how that reaction from the audience. And then when we had Lemaire Lee,
Mm-hmm.
so because it turns out that what was the opener for Zach's name? That guy.
I know his Instagram handle. It's Silly Selly.
No, that was the host.
Oh, the host, the opener. It was Peter.
So with Peter, I was like, okay. So, but then when Lemaire Lee, I go, I didn't know. I go, do you have to be bisexual or gay to be a guest on that?
Oh, now you're worried about.
And they're like, no, buddy. They would run out of guests really quickly.
It would be a very niche podcast.
I go, I get it now. Yeah, that's on me.
That's so awesome. Oh, I love it. Yeah, that was a fun night, by the way. That was really cool. I enjoyed seeing you do your thing. That was the first, obviously, I guess that was your first show here.
Yeah.
And so obviously it was the first time I saw you. That was the night.
Yeah.
Yep.
And one of the cool things about having a lot of people that both work here and see me all the time, but also like regulars that come here all the time, is like the feedback that I've been getting.
That's cool.
With doing stand up, because like having somebody say to you like every time you get on stage, it's like you're getting better, every single time,
right,
is like huge for me.
That's awesome,
like,
man.
And having like people believe in me, and having like you believe in me and book me on the shows here, but like also in Octoraro and Oxford and Mullica Hill. Ninja training.
That's right, man.
Like I try not to take it for granted at all, because I think it's easy to, but like also just thank you. Like,
thank you, buddy.
It's unbelievable what the opportunities you've given me have already led me to.
Well, and
So
also
cool.
I
So
think
cool.
the cool thing too is getting compliments from like this guy and other people. We have comedy fans here, and they probably quicker say nothing than to compliment you. Like,
Absolutely.
when they say it, they mean it.
Yeah.
So
No, I'll walk right by you. If I didn't think you had a good set, I'll just walk right by you. Talk to you next time I see you.
my Triscuits are calling. Yeah.
No, it's been really cool to
Gatsby's
see,
is
man.
open. Gatsby's pub is open.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go head over there.
Oh, and let me hit you with this if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Talk about the first time, because it's all these gigs are awesome. I mean, being on stage in front of Zach and Miko is unbelievably cool. Every gig you've ever had is unbelievably cool. But talk about the first time you did an Aunt Mary Pat show, because that's a whole nother thing.
Oh,
And you can talk about the last. Either one.
Yeah, talk about any Aunt Mary Pat show.
Anyone in between.
What a great question. The first Aunt Mary Pat show that you booked me on was the Ridley House.
I don't know the Ridley House.
All you need to know is Main Street Delco. We're talking center stage. Yeah.
And
It's a brunch show. Let's set the scene even more. It's Sunday morning.
Sunday brunch.
So not only are these ladies drinking early, they're probably still hungover or drunk from the night before.
And the mimosas are flying.
Yeah.
Each person gets a free mimosa.
Oh, there you go.
And they were like tables that were out like in the hallway that had like more, so like you could like bring them in, and there were women that would like sneak out and just like grab a few of the mimosas and bring them back in.
Well, yeah, dude, that's
awesome.
what happened last December. I told Troy and a bunch of other guys that help, Dustin, who helps with the merch, and Danny and David. I go, unbelievable, man. We just picked up a bunch of White Claws underneath all the chairs. And Dustin goes, oh, animals. I go, yeah, we don't even sell White Claws.
And in this show, it was crazy, because I did the Ridley House twice. I think it was my first show with Aunt Mary Pat, and I think my last show, if not like a.
Oh no, you did
Wildwood.
Wildwood.
Okay, yeah. 250 people. And like they're in like circle tables all around this space.
Loaded with mimosas and White Claws.
Yes. And espresso martinis.
Yeah. Because
Housewife cocaine.
if you're feeling tired, not anymore.
You would basically get a pitcher. They would give out like these big pitchers. I don't know if it was a pitcher, but like big things of espresso martinis that like the whole ladies around the table could be, but
Kiss the rest of the day goodbye.
And it's 250. Like I still haven't done a bigger show than 250. That was the.
But you're a year in. Right?
Yeah,
Roughly.
yeah. Which was What do you mean by that? Like, do you expect me to like have performed for bigger?
No. That's
I'm saying that's amazing.
That's
like I didn't do that. Like, I started producing my own shows, and I'm like happy if 30 people showed up.
Yeah, I went into there and felt like wildly unprepared, and the set went the set went great. Like
so
it was a pretty good set. I was still pretty nervous, and I think people could tell that I was pretty like new at this whole thing. But the set went great, and again, the second time I did it, the same workers were there who were there for the first one, and two of them came up to me after my set and were like, "Dude, you already seem way more comfortable than you were the last time you were here."
That's huge.
Like, not only did they remember me, but they had the.
It was like a month apart, with 2 weeks apart.
It was like a pretty big. It was like maybe 2 months apart or something like that.
Right.
Dude, if staff ever comes and grabs you and says anything, you know you did something good.
Yeah,
because they see everything and they get bored easily.
And
how the business works.
Yeah, that's how it is.
And that second show is easily one of my favorite shows that I've done, because I felt hot. The crowd was hot. Sometimes sometimes AMP shows can be like hit or miss in terms of like, are we like, gonna be engaged with the host? It's in its own way, it's ninja training,
right?
Because it's a different audience.
It's a whole different audience, man.
Because I still haven't had a bad show here. Here, since I've been performing here, never had a bad show.
Right on.
It's great.
Aunt Mary Pat shows, it's like 50-50. But those were incredible. The Wildwood one was
What's the venue in Wildwood?
It's
not.
So it's on.
It's not.
Yeah, it's on a pier.
Well,
no,
like on the
it's
boardwalk?
upstairs. Well, I mean, but it's not
like Moray's Pier or
Moray's.
something?
It's Moray's Pier.
Get the funk out of here.
Yeah. Sweet call.
I think that's where I went on the hellhole at 10 years old.
Oh my God, Captain Jack's.
Yeah.
So it's the upper
second floor of Captain Jack's.
It's like it's enclosed, but it's an open, breezy, like,
yeah, I'm with
windows are open, so you can still hear like, watch the tram car, please.
Right, totally, man, totally.
And then 4th of July, we did a show July 3rd, and you can hear the fireworks.
Oh.
It like scared the bejesus.
Dude, remember that? Oh my
Aunt Mary
God!
Pat.
I just had a massive flashback to the Sam Morril fireworks show in
my
Rofo.
God, yeah.
Another topic for another day. Remember, we got to come back to that.
No, it's great. But to go back to what you said, like, that's how, when Chris Roach was on this show, he was happy that I wasn't running around a sweaty mess.
Right, that was funny. Yeah.
Because it was shows like he's referring to, where you get there, you set up the sound, then you're checking people in, then you're like, oh, the show's about to start. Let me get my set prepared.
And
dude,
and you don't have time to get your set prepared because you set everything up and then you're on.
Yeah.
Anyway, but what was super crazy about that show is that there was construction where like the employee parking lot was.
Other than that, how was the play, Mrs. Lincoln?
Man, so we're hearing like the
so
meep,
like I'm
kind of
I'm basically parked in like I'm paying like $25 like an hour, not an hour, but like I'm in paid parking in like where everybody else parks, the lowly Wildwood.
Yeah. You're at a net loss
and
the second
I'm like
you park.
I'm like lugging these speakers all the way up the boardwalk, passing.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about how far you have to go with that stuff for that. Holy crap!
Walking past the scariest children I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God, I've never been so scared of children in my entire goddamn
no joke,
life.
Bro.
Yeah, but how
no
about
joke.
The stores that say no shoes, no shirt, no service. You're like, how about an entire family like that?
Yeah.
None of you guys can walk in.
Yeah. I saw a knife fight among 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
On the Wildwood Boardwalk in the 90s.
Well, Mark DeMayo has a joke about that. He goes, no matter when you go, you're always gonna see someone in a bra and panties running in the. I know. But running in.
What is that? What does that mean?
No,
oh, this guy hates that shit.
I didn't even think about that.
Your words, not mine. But but we're just waiting in the water, and he goes, "Oh, really? This is how did you plan for today?
That's great.
Like, did this beach just come upon you? Like, you're not a local, because locals wouldn't do that. They always got a suit available.
Yeah, you just
How
wandered.
did you get here? I know we're out of time.
No.
Once we
It's,
started talking
it's-
about tits and ass, he's out.
I mean, we have 3 minutes before 5:50.
We're good.
We're good.
The floor is
Okay.
yours, Ronan.
Well, if you want to come see my material about the Joey St. John strip club story, come. We didn't get a chance to talk about it, but come to a show that I'm on.
Real
Yes.
quick. Real quick. Tell
Okay.
I want to hear this. I've
It's-
never heard that.
And we're back. We had due to technical difficulties, Ronan has to tell the story that has lived forever here at Soul Joel's
And-
at our first location.
And 2 out of 3 of us are wearing different outfits.
Do you get it or no?
I think our regulars do.
I was thinking, I'm like, oh, what was I? Never mind.
Yeah, this is just the story of my last day on the job when I was interning in Royersford at the Dome.
Yes.
And Joey St. John taking me to
Celebrate the outdoor venue, he wanted to bring you indoors.
No, it was to celebrate my last day of the job of work.
Right. Yeah. I know.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Pump Town
Hey,
is the name, or was the name of the strip club.
Hometown.
Say-
It sounds like very classy.
farewell to summer. Ship you back to school.
Well, what's it called now? Like Baby Dolls or something like that.
Doesn't matter.
I don't want.
But yeah. But it's Baby Dolls. Yeah.
I don't want to.
But you were there during Pump Town.
No. It was like Baby Dolls.
Oh, it was Baby Dolls
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. Also, we tried to speed through it last time because we were just about to start bingo. But
That's right.
I would love to add some more context that I didn't
Please
previously.
delay the whole tale out.
Because a couple, like 2 days before or the day before, Joey St. John was like, "Oh, tomorrow's your last day, Ronan. Let's. How about we take you to a strip club?" And thinking he's joking, I'm like, "Hell yeah, dude! Like, let's go."
Yeah.
And then the following day, I show up to work. It's the Kevin Nealon show.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he sees me and he's like, "Ronan, you ready to go to the strip club tonight?" And I'm like, "Haha, Joey, funny callback. Like, this is a good joke." And then
How much mileage we're gonna get out of this joke that I didn't laugh at the first time?
and so then I think maybe like Buddy Harris is there
Yeah. Buddy Harris and Brendan Donegan.
and Brendan Donegan.
Well, if there's a strip
and
club
I
involved.
go, what'd you say?
I said, well, if there's a strip club involved.
Yeah. You got to bring the bouncer.
That's right.
And I walk over because I think the three of them are having a conversation. I walk over to them and Joey looks over to both of them and is like, "Yeah, we're taking Ronan to a strip club tonight." And that's when I was like, "Oh no, this is happening."
It's real.
Yeah. It's real.
And I tried to. I thought everybody was just like pulling my leg or something like that. Like
Yeah.
I thought it turned from like a
They were
little,
looking to
like-
get more than your leg pulled.
That's funny. Because I went over to one of our other interns
Yes.
and I was like, hey, Joey, let me in on all the details. He knows. He told me that this is all a joke. Like, you don't have to keep it up. And she was like, "No, we're going to the strip club." And I was like, I tried to trick her into like admitting that it was a joke,
Yeah.
but because it wasn't, I was like, "Oh God!" So I texted my parents. I was like, "So I might be going to a strip club tonight.
I might be a little late.
I might be a little late home. I might be a little past curfew." So we're at the strip club now, and I didn't have much money, so and there's an ATM in the strip club,
Of
so
course,
Yeah, of course there is.
So Joey keeps like giving me more money to throw at the girls, and at some point I watch him go to the bathroom, and I'm like, "All right, now's now is where I make my breakaway. And so I start like saying goodbye to everybody, like, hey, see everyone. Like,
Yeah.
it was nice.
My babysitter's in the bathroom.
How long do you think you were there at that point, by the way?
Probably like 30, 45
I was
minutes.
wondering how long you were
Okay.
late
I
to
wasn't
the break.
drinking. I wasn't drinking at all because I was like, Joey tried to have me ride in his car so that like I couldn't leave.
And wait, but nothing to do with the fact that you guys lived kind of near each other, because your car was still in Royersford.
I drove my car. I was like,
So you
I'm
couldn't-
leaving when I want to leave.
You can make your escape.
I'm
the captain of this ship.
because I imagine I can predict what Joey is going to do, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
So let me just say my goodbyes, and as I'm saying my goodbyes, and I'm like walking out the door, and Joey comes out of the bathroom and sees me, and he's like, oh no, you don't. I spent a lot of money on you.
That's awesome.
Not yet. Not saying you can't leave, just not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So the other two interns are there too.
Yeah, it's I mean,
They're
yeah.
they're doing a little commingling.
It's Kieran's there, Emily's there, Dave is there. I don't think JR was there. But Joey was there, and Joey's like, I think friend was there, and me. I was hanging out with the two women because I was like, I'm not, I gotta be like women's empowerment. Like if I'm gonna be into this, like
yeah.
I got
Your coworkers, not the baby dolls.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so then this woman comes out and is like, yeah, like they pull a chair up to the pole,
Oh, yeah.
and then I sit in the chair, and then
Okay.
she gives me a lap dance for everybody to see, and then
It's always awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're straight.
and I don't know if this was like part of her like gimmick of like trying to get more money off of men, which if so, good for her. If not, then awesome.
Not her first rodeo. There's a couple of tricks.
But she was like, "Oh, you guys are with like a comedy like club
Troupe.
Like, I've taken some classes at Upright Citizens Brigade, and
Oh,
I was like, oh, that's so awesome. I'm going out to LA in like a couple months, and or like a year. And all of a sudden she's on the pole above me and slamming down on me.
Oh, man.
And it's like, okay.
Pulling out the acrobat trick.
Did you see that coming or no?
But then after she's done, she tells me to get on my hands and knees, and then she breaks out a belt, ties it around my neck, slaps my ass, and says, "Giddy up."
Oh, boy. And did you?
I didn't really have much of a choice. Actually, no, that is the order of operations. Yeah. I didn't have much of a choice.
Yeah.
Also, I want to be very clear. This woman, she was not overweight, but she was over the weight limit on what I can handle on my back. I have bad knees, Alan.
Dude,
I don't have good knees. She was a very sturdy woman.
I'm hurting just hearing about it with my knees.
Yeah,
I
my
get it.
patellas were in a lot of pain.
Huh?
My patellas? It's just a knee.
It's a part of his
The
knee.
kneecap?
Yeah, kneecap.
I was looking for a lifeline.
MCLs, ACLs.
And
How do I say this? Alan, your thoughts.
That's the knee bone, Joel.
Yeah.
This is funny. I actually don't tell this on stage, but then after I did like a lap around the pole.
You're like, I'm sure I'm
She-
gay.
Yes. She gets off of me and I'm ready to get up and she's like, no, stay there, and she takes the belt and is gonna like hit me with it.
At any
slap me with
point,
it.
at any point during this moment or these moments,
Uh-huh.
do you make eye contact with Joey at all?
Oh, no.
As if to say, you son of a bitch, I shouldn't even be here. I wanted to leave.
No. I actually just avoided eye contact with everybody who's spectating this happening.
Well played.
So she slaps my ass once with the belt.
Yeah.
And then she's like, just so you know, I'm gonna do it again. And I was like, please don't. What if you didn't?
Yeah.
And then she was like, I'm gonna do it again. You ready? And I was like, okay, fine. And then she did it again. And then I was like, okay, I mind games.
Oh.
Sometimes you have to lose the battle to win the war.
Oh.
Okay.
I didn't know. I didn't know how
con.
long this was gonna go on for. So instead, I looked back at her and I went, one more.
What was her reaction?
And she was like, okay. Like, I think she might have just stopped. She could have just stopped at 2, but who knows? Maybe she would have done like 5.
Dang.
And so I was like, let me
Game
give
on,
her
Brahim.
ultimatum. I'll take one more belt slap to the ass
Yeah.
to make sure that this doesn't keep going.
Yes.
Dude, Sun Tzu over here, man. The art of war. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, that seems like a fair deal.
Hey,
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah. I then came out of the closet like a year later. So who knows who I would have been if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, that's all that
Or
is.
if you would have came out of the closet sooner.
Yeah, it was really funny because at brunch the next morning with my parents, I was explaining.
By the way, said no one ever. After a night with the strip club with my coworkers, I'm at a bougie brunch with my parents. Typical Sunday, typical weekend. Another internship down.
Yeah, and I was like telling them all of this, and they were like, "You don't have to keep telling us this. Like, you can like." You don't have to tell us everything that happened. And I was like, I'm going to tell you everything that happened. Because you don't know this, but I'm gay, and this it didn't do anything for me.
I need to cleanse.
But you didn't say that part.
Oh, I didn't say that part. No. But, like, of course, like, like, if it was, like, a straight guy who was into it, obviously you don't want to, like, tell your parents, like, dude, I was, like...
No.
I got a lap dance,
Yeah.
dude. I was so freaking hard.
Came in my pants.
Yeah,
Now,
dude, there were UV lights everywhere, and there were some dollar bills that like I did not want to touch. Anyway, back to you.
all of them. Now, doing a little Monday morning quarterbacking. Do you think your parents knew then?
I've talked to them about it. There were a couple times they've said that they thought they knew, but I don't think they would like. I'm just very open and honest with my parents, so they were just like, they were probably like, let's just keep this one to yourself, and I was like, no, I want to tell you exactly what happened.
Yeah. They were like, I think he might be gay.
Oh, that is hilarious, man.
Yeah. That's that story.
I love it.
Dude, that's
a good one, man.
hilarious.
That is a
but
good one.
I didn't know all of those details. Like I knew some of them, drips and drabs. I know in hindsight, I wish I would have been able to find parking, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna leave. Dude, I was like tired, and I just needed that, like him trying to find that double Dutch moment.
Yeah,
where
right.
Joey went to the bathroom, and he's like, I'm out. That was my moment, but I'm still in my car.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, not only do I have my car, but I got this. I got the Soul Joel shirt plus my face. I went for DJ Bob 2 years later.
That's right.
And we sat down. There's 12 people in the place, and all I hear is Soul Joel. I'm like, dude, I can't. Like, this is. We don't even work in the neighborhood anymore.
Yeah, right.
But it's like you can't. It's a small town.
So funny.
So
man.
everyone sees it, you know.
Yep. No doubt.
Yeah.
No
and
doubt.
meanwhile, that was Bob's first time there,
Which is,
and it looked like he was holding court.
I would have paid.
So it's a small place.
I would've paid
You
to
have
see
to
that.
not see everybody's face and emotions and everything. Like you feel like you knew everybody in there after like 5 minutes, right?
Well, when we came in as a group, they gave us the extra pole. Because there's a pole that's like around a bar. So
Center
there's a
stage.
bar, the center stage.
Yeah.
And then we
It's no bigger
had-
than this whole room.
Yeah. Okay.
Really.
Okay.
And then because we were like a big group, that
Yeah.
it was hard to like put. Not that there was a whole lot of people there, but like they just had us be in that second pole area.
Okay.
And that let the strippers also get more money because
they would go from-
it would be smaller stage and then bigger stage, and then now you got 2 opportunities for cash.
Round 2, if you will.
Yes.
It's almost like they've figured this out, this little system out.
Yep.
You know, the
6
ATM.
more people walked in.
Yep. Time for poll number 2.
Yep.
Let's work it.
Diamond, cue the music.
Yep. Yeah. Girls.
Oh,
Motley
yeah.
Crue.
Wait, 2 polls, same song?
No, they would switch up the songs.
So, all right. So poll number 1 was being used, and then as girl number 2 was dancing, poll number 1 was like picking up the dollars. The dollars.
No, both of them would go at the same time.
This is wild.
Wow.
You seem to know a lot about this, though, Joel.
No, I hate strip clubs.
I know.
Yeah,
I went to a few when I was
Dirty
young.
and grimy. I'd rather go get the massage and happy ending.
Hey, yeah. Let's get right to business.
We could cut that out in post, huh?
We're not going to.
Yep.
Yeah.
No way.
All right. Well, for Rowan Mayock, Alan Hill, this has been another episode of Bring 'em Out.